So, you are an aspiring actor looking to break into the industry, but you don't know where to start. Well, I'm here to give you a few tips and tricks that you can use to get started with your acting career. What's up, guys? My name is Dion Smith. Some of you guys may know me as Kels on the Netflix global phenomenon hit series Outer Banks, or you may know me as Jeremy Mitchell on the ABC network show of the year, Will Trent. And today I'm here to give you guys a few tips and tricks on things that I did to break into the acting industry and eventually get my role as Kels on Outer Banks on Netflix. So one of the very first things that I suggest you do when you're starting your acting career is finding a good class to get into. Whether that's in person or online, either works. You just need to get into a class so you can actually sharpen your skills as an actor. Now, I know some of you guys may live in more of like a rural state or rural town, and there may not be a lot of resources for acting there, but a lot of the times these smaller towns will have like local theater programs that have some acting classes. And you know, if you can't even find that, just maybe Google some Zoom classes that you can attend. Just get into a class that will start exercising that muscle of being an actor, because you actually need to get good at the craft itself. The next thing I would suggest doing is getting some professional headshots done. Guys, your headshot is your main selling point. It's the first thing that casting directors are going to see when they're looking for actors to submit to these projects. And it, like I said, it's your selling point. So you have to make sure your headshot is clean, professional, and presents you in the way that you want to be perceived. And you guys can find local photographers in your area to do this. A lot of cities will have photographers that specialize in acting headshots. But once again, if you're not in a city or state that has a lot of resources for acting, finding photographers that may be in a nearby city or town is also a reliable source as well. But that's just one of the main things you want to do, is getting headshots immediately, because that is your main selling point. The third thing I would say is developing a professional acting reel. Guys, you can do this by, investing in your own camera and filming your own cinematic short films that look like the TV shows and movies that you actually want to be in. That's going to sell you and market you in the way that you want to be presented, that will be attractive to potential managers or agents. Also, finding colleges in your areas with film program. A lot of these film students are filming, for their senior theses, and they're using a lot of industry grade gear that you could utilize for your acting career to make it seem more elevated and professional. The last thing I would suggest doing is obviously finding an agent or a manager. And in order to do this, you will need all of the materials that I stated beforehand in order to do this. I highly suggest getting all of your materials together before you submit to a manager or an agent, because you're going to need a headshot, you're going to need a reel, so these managers and agents can see that you have what it takes to actually take a risk on you and sign you to potentially get you these opportunities. I hope this video has helped. If you guys want to hear more tips and tricks like this, or even more in-depth insight about how to break into the industry, I actually do have a community on School where I literally mentor a group of actors and teach them the business side of acting, learning about how manager and agent relationships work with the talent, and really just navigating Hollywood as a whole from the perspective of a working actor. If this is something that you're interested in, you can click the link in my bio, click the link below, and it'll take you straight to my School page where you guys can join and get a lot more information and resources there. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also comment, like, share, and hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more videos like this also. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you found this video helpful. Stay tuned for more.